So we've covered two different ways to make things smart. One of them is on the plug side where we control the power there. The other is on the bulb side where we can control the power there. In either case, you can control the power flow either at the plug or at the bulb. But there's also another option. What if you controlled it at the switch? That's what we figured out with the Wemo, and then you can do stuff like this.
Hey Google, turn the home off.
Sure, turning 3 things off.
So the last couple weeks I kind of have been taking you through my journey into home automation and just the little things that I've added here and there. My system is very piecemeal. I am not dedicated to one specific system at this point. The most recent item that I put into my house is something that I found on a clearance rack at Home Depot, and I'm going to be honest with you, it is the best $15 that I spent. The item in question was originally $60, and I picked up all of them that they had. Had they had more than 2, I would have picked up all of them. But it's one of the best investments that I feel like I have had in my house. And that is the Wemo switch and mini plug bundle that I picked up. The Wemo stuff is put out by Belkin, and if you are a tech nerd, you've probably heard of Belkin because they have been putting out routers, internet things for years. But this is their home automation stuff, and it actually works really well and has some features in it that I haven't seen in any of the other stuff that I bought. Let me take you with me, show you what it is that I'm talking about, how I set it up. There's a little bit of magic to it that I think you're going to enjoy. So come on, let's go check it out.
All right, so first off, packaging game on point. I really liked how they set that up. So what you can see that I'm doing here, this is when I was installing my first switch, which I installed on my front porch. Previously, this was controlled by a timer that I'd set in there, and it was okay, but it was kind of a pain in the butt because it didn't have a regular switch on and off, and so anytime a guest would try to turn that on or off, it would cause a problem. So I went ahead, I cut that out of the loop, took all the wire nuts off, then I had to get everything wired up correctly for the Wemo switch. It went in there real easy, as you can see there. It was not any different than any other light switch I've ever had to install. Powered it on. Then once you've powered it on, you go ahead and it goes through its setup. You got to set it up through the app. I'm not going to go through that here, but it was pretty easy to do. What blew me away about Wemo is there is an option in here to program what's called a long press on the switches. Basically what that does is you can set it up to execute a command such as turning something on, turning something off, putting it into vacation mode, or the use that I've been using it on is toggle. So basically, I have in my shop one of the plugs as well as one of the switches. The toggle feature will actually allow me to turn off both the shop light and the shop switch so that it will actually turn on all of the lights in my shop as opposed to having to do it in 2 separate steps. It's a pretty awesome feature. I really love it.
You guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time. If you don't already subscribe, definitely hit the subscribe button. It will notify you anytime we've got anything new coming out. And yeah, hope you have a great day. Thanks so much, and take care.